of applause for making it to and through another day, because as we know, each day is a blessing, so always begin by giving thanks. I am so happy to be with you again for this latest broadcast. If you would be so kind, please make sure that you drop a like, perhaps hype, comment, and share. Your engagement is extremely appreciated. You are extremely appreciated, and I enjoy receiving and reading your comments. Let me remind you of the Fair Use Act that says copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allows mad for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. You know I understand, oh I understand how passionate some may be. I only ask that you respect this platform, the moderators, the chat, and me. Oftentimes the subject matter will require a viewer disclaimer. And as always, I implore you to do your own research. That being said, relax and enjoy the show. My name is Lisa and it's good to be with you again. Let's go. Let's go.
Greetings and welcome back to my channel for another video. Please give yourselves a round of applause for making it to and through another day, because as we know, each day is a blessing. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to one and to all. Perhaps it is Wednesday, depending upon where you are on the globe. Again, today is Tuesday, April the 14th, 2026. And we are going to be discussing the tragic story, the mystery that is morphed into as it relates to Miami influencer Ashlee Robinson, affectionately known on social media as Ashlee Janae. Now, many people have spoken on this subject, and as the days go by, more information is coming out. So, in summary, Ashlee Janae went to Tanzania and she celebrated her 31st birthday. And along with that celebration came another milestone, what many young women look forward to, and that is to become engaged and married. Her fiance, Joe McCann, has been coined, or at least at one time, a crypto millionaire. But according to reports, and again, I implore you, as always, to do your own research, that title and his millions may have started to, if not crumbled indefinitely. Now, there are many things that people are starting to learn. And I must say, to be prudent and responsible on this channel, these are allegations and unconfirmed reports. What we know right now is the couple who appear to be extremely happy here, were in Tanzania again celebrating Ashlee's 31st birthday, and then she was surprised with an engagement. Somewhere, according to reports, and I'll put some slides up in a little bit, April the 8th was the last time, according to reports via family members, that she FaceTimed them. Somewhere between April the 9th and 10th, Joe McCann stated that Ashlee Janae, met a sudden, unexpected demise, which he, according to reports, stated was a subsequent result of her own doing. In other words, self-deletion. Her family, however, does not accept that explanation. In fact, there is, according to reports, an investigation going on at this time. So let's look at a couple of clips where they look happy at one time. Normal couple things. And this is a quick clip of Ashlee Janae hamming it up for the camera. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful young lady. And here's another clip. Now, this is the clip right here. There's a still photo that's circulating around social media, but there are a lot of people that have stated to focus in on his eyes, and that right there was the alleged proposal. Now, a lot of speculation is coming out whether or not she actually met her demise inside of the hotel or outside of the hotel. There has actually been speculation that this proposal was a cover up. Now, According to a little bit of research, and again, I implore you to do your own, it appears that Joe McCann was married at one time to Shay Jackson. Now, again, this is unconfirmed, but if this is the correct Shay Jackson, that does have a likeness of Joe McCann. There's an article on social media where Shay Jackson speaks about being married and having a son and a dog. Now, if you go to the registry or the NOT, a lot of things or that page isn't there. But if you look under the layers of social media, I tried to tell a lot of people, not everything is wiped away. You'll find this again, unconfirmed, but it's a possibility that he was married either in 2018 or 2019. Unsure what happened with that, but let's look at some information that we have here. Again, welcome. And this is a very sad story. As you can see here, it claims that there was a dispute, a disagreement, and couples do experience those while at the Zuri Zanzibar resort. Now, the security team stated, again, this is all alleged because, as we know, unfortunately, people may say things, they may state things, they may even put them in a report, but it may not be accurate or it may not just be true. That the hotel team had to intervene and separate the couple and assigning them a separate room. This came after, again, a celebration of a 31st birthday and an engagement. Now, the post of the demise and what happened to this beautiful young lady went viral, and also it drew attention, and some of the details suggested that her supporters were troubled, and at the timing of her demise, after such a joyful engagement, claims are, and I have not seen them, and I don't know if his account is private. There has been speculation that it is. I cannot confirm nor deny at this time, but it states that McCann continued to post on X, formerly known as Twitter, without publicly mourning her. And it states that he deleted Instagram posts and old screenshots surfacing showing Janae had previously received anonymous online warnings urging her to be careful about her relationship. Now, again, her relationship, as many are considered soft life, and those are, again, relationships where people have a preference. And there have been a lot of comments, a lot of negative, ugly comments that I am not going to post. And there have also been very supportive comments as well, which went both ways. So here's the next clip. And this is what has a lot of people really concerned right now. McCann, Joe McCann, put his picture up again. Allegedly informed officials that Ashlee was found, as you can see, inside of the hotel room. People, again, are poo-pooing that. There are some people that don't believe this account by Joe McCann. People close to Janae reject self-deletion as a possibility and stressed that more clarity must emerge. Though accounts differ, and in cases such as these, they're going to. Few accept the explanation at face value. Further, questions linger where certainty should stand. What happened remains unsettled in the eyes of those who knew her best. So, we're going to look at a few clips that involve allegedly statements from her parents. So those are the clips right there that you saw, what the parents thought, and the official statement. We're going to look at a few more clips, and I want to get your thoughts and opinions on this very disturbing case. This is Joe McCann.
How do we get new users? And they should just know that this is better and this and that. It's like we're building an alternative financial system. And so how do you get people to opt into that in a meaningful way? Well, in most cases, and when I worked at this design agency, to use the cliche, it's not priced in. I don't think a lot of people have priced in the idea that if this were to actually pass, what other sort of developed countries would end up actually needing or wanting to acquire some percentage of the total Bitcoin supply for their reserves. That I think is.
And this is a clip of Ashlee Janae.
You know, I always find it interesting when people are like super shocked that you would make a decision out of like the kindness of your heart or a decision out of love, because it makes me think. The reason you're asking me like, are you sure, or are you not gonna go back on your decision, or is because you would do that.
Was that a cryptic message from Ashlee Janae? And this is actually interesting as well. Allegedly, this is the X account of rapper Iggy Azalea, who came up underneath of someone else's post and stated that she's never been a client of Joe and he's never managed any of her investments. She did say that she worked with him briefly and advised on a board for a separate company unrelated to his company, Asymmetric, which again allegedly started to fall apart. Azalea went on to say, as you can see in this tweet, again, do your research to make sure this is the correct account. It was discovered that he had questionable business practices, and everyone I knew stopped doing business with him in 2024. People had questions about how he ran his company, again, Asymmetric. This is supposed to be, again, the X account of rapper T. Mozilla. That is something very interesting. So again, your thoughts and opinions. Do you believe, as some people have suggested, that this could possibly have been premeditated? Is it possible that Ashlee Janae, who just celebrated her 31st birthday, and, as I mentioned, celebrated an engagement, presented social media with an illusion, and decided life was too much? Or, as many people believe, she, meaning the beautiful Ashlee Janae, was a victim of something actually more dark and sinister. Is Joe McCann withholding information? Are there others involved? What could have possibly, if this account of there being a disagreement so severe that they were assigned different rooms after such a blissful event in this young woman's life, what could have been so detrimental? Or, as I mentioned, is there any credence to this story? I'm sure Joe McCann still has a hefty purse. Is it possible, and I'm not implying or suggesting that he has, but is it possible that stories or reports could be changed by influence? Will the truth come out? Were the comments under the social media platforms of the beautiful Ashlee Janae warnings? Or were people trolling because they did not necessarily agree with her soft life ideology? Your thoughts and opinions on this mystery in Tanzania. Thank you so much for tuning in. Rest in paradise, beautiful Ashlee Robinson, again affectionately known as Ashlee Janae.
to